Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm in Hathersage today. Thought I'd pop down to Hathersage. I've just been up to Carl's Walk, a place called Carl's Walk actually, up in on the moors, and it was very windy, very windy. Got the drone up a little bit, but not very much. I mean, check that video out if you really want to see it. It's just a short one. I make it sound like it's not very good, don't I? I hope it is good, but yeah, if you fancy having a look at that one. But I've dropped down to Hathersage now, and I'm going to have a little look round this little village, which is in the Peak District, and I'm just actually heading my way down to just for a bit of information for people, really, just to get down to where the railway station is, and just have a quick look at that, because the railway station's on this line. This line is the line that comes from the Sheffield Midland station, and it heads out through a series of tunnels to Manchester eventually. And yeah, it's quite a long line, and there's some quite old quaint stations on this line, so we'll have a look at them. And I'm just looking around here actually. A lot of these houses seem to be newly built, or relatively new anyway. I can't really remember what was down here before these were built, but they don't look that old. But yeah, I just can't really remember what was here before these. It's a long time ago, but we're heading up to the station down here. Oh, there we are. Is it through there? Yeah, it's through there, isn't it? So let's just head through. Oh no, that's it. Yeah, sorry, that's to get this to the other side. And there's some of the signs there. This one tells you actually where it goes to and from. So we're talking from Sheffield, as I said, and well, Chesterfield actually comes up from the south, and then heading through Dorn, Totley, Grindleford, Hathersage, Bamford, Hope, Edale, Chinley and New Mill Central, and then, as I said, on to Manchester. And it's a very picturesque route, a really picturesque one. There's some more information here. Yeah, let's just have a quick look at the station and see what the station is like. It's not quite as quaint as I thought it was actually. I thought there were a few more buildings associated with it, but no, it just seems like it's a platform, and that's your lot. There's a little shed here, a little shelter for you to wait in. Just have a quick look on the platform. And there we are, a quick view up and down the line. No trains present. So yeah, it's just basically a platform, isn't it? It's not quite what I remembered, unless I might be thinking of Grindleford or some other station, I don't know. But it is, I mean, you can see there with the view where the line's heading. It's one of the prettiest lines in the country, it's got to be, really. But let's head back out of here again anyway. So yeah, if you wanted to get out here and you haven't got a car or other private transport, motorbike or whatever, you can get buses out here, but the train's probably going to be the easiest one. And you can get right into the heart of the Peak District and enjoy what it offers. From what I know of the Peak District, I think it's the most visited of the national parks in the country. In fact, if you class the national parks as a tourist attraction, I think it is the most visited tourist attraction in the country. I'm sure I read that somewhere. That may have changed, I don't know, or I may have got it slightly wrong. please drop a comment if that's the case. So, whichever anyway, really. I like to read your comments. I try and answer all the comments as much as I can. Not getting that many currently at the moment because the channel's not very old, but yeah, trying to build it. So anyway, if you do like the videos, please subscribe, please like the videos, please share, and click that notification bell for more videos. And there's a couple of cars passing. I'm just noticing this car here. Is it one of the? I think it's one of the cubes, isn't it? Is it a cube? Yeah, it's a Nissan Cube. Oh dear. I'm not saying anything. Not saying anything on that. You can. Oh, there's a train there. Train just going past there. Look, we just missed it. Typical, isn't it? Just missed a train coming through. Never mind. But we'll continue to walk back down the road we set off on, and this road is heading into the village. And I may even grab a cup of coffee actually because it's lunchtime. Well, some people may slate me for that because it's called dinner where we are, but I don't know. Every time you see a menu, they say lunch, don't they? But anyway, we'll see you in a bit. Now, Hathersage actually dates back to the Bronze Age, yeah. It dates back thousands of years. And there's sort of early Bronze Age remains knocking about somewhere, what they've dug up. And then in the 18th and 19th centuries, it became quite a large industrial sort of, well, there was a lot of industrial activity, I should say, in the area. I was going to say it's listed in the Domesday Book of 1086 as well, so yeah, quite a bit of history to Hathersage really. So interesting little place. We're coming into the village proper now, and we're still on that same road, and they're actually doing some road works along here at the moment. Just noticed a few people going through red, which has annoyed the people down here, quite understandably. There are some quite nice, another train going by there. There are some quite nice little shops here. And there is a convenience store here. And then on the other side, we've got the Hathersage Bakery. Which, yeah, looks quite busy actually. I shall be grabbing a coffee there. We'll continue into the village. So yeah, it's not normally this busy with traffic down here, but obviously with the road works, there's quite a build-up. So we've got the first pub we've come across, which is the Little John Hotel, a free house, dog friendly apparently, which is nice to see. Nice little area there for having a drink outside. Quite narrow pavements on this bit, just bear that in mind if anybody visits. If you're in a wheelchair or something, you may just struggle a little bit to get down some of these. I think they are barely wide enough, but. And then over the road there we've got the George, which is it's quite a grand looking pub, that, isn't it? That is quite a grand looking pub, that one. That is rather nice. So this is probably the major junction in Hathersage. And we've got a butcher's here, Harrington's. But this is working our way out towards Hope, Bamford and Hope, and eventually Castleton. We're just crossing over the river. Just wondering what this was, education centre. So nice ornate building though. Very nice. But yeah, I don't think there's anything else further up there worth looking at. So let's see if we can get over this road. And just as he was going to go, a car comes. Right, off we trot. So it says, nice. There's a manor up there. A mile up though, it says, along the drive for 1 mile. And then we've got the Catholic Church of St Michael, the Archangel here. We'll carry on down the main road. So that's the little river which we just crossed over earlier. And recrossing. Some big rocks there. Yeah, I wonder how many's there. Some massive stones, aren't there? Yeah, but a very nice looking pub this, George. So let's have a look on here. What's it say? Hotel, bar, restaurant, outside courtyard, fresh food from the Peak District, suppliers, local gins and beers, wood-fired pizzas, open for breakfast, lunch and dinner, and dog friendly. So they all seem to be dog friendly, don't they? Look at the menu. So they do burgers. Well, they're a nice price, aren't they? 19 quid. And you can have a salad if you want, sandwiches. Sandwiches are about 12 quid. Mains, you're talking, yeah, it's not the cheapest of places. Certainly isn't. Yeah, it's not really somewhere where you'd be going for a quick lunch, is it? Although there's plenty of people in there actually. I'm coming up to a little tea room here, which I may just pop in and grab a coffee. And why am I doing that? Because I can. If they're open. And sod's law, they're not open. They're actually closed. So yeah. So I'm not popping in there, guys. I can't believe that. Just as I wanted a bit of a bite to eat, and they're bloody closed. That's incredible. I'm just wondering what this place is here. Slow food, is that what they call it? I can't see a sign for it anyway. Can't see a sign, we've got to go outdoors here anyway. So you get all your outdoor equipment. And then there's an outside shop on the other side. I mean, it seems fairly busy. And yeah, quite surprising that the tea room's closed. So anyway, onward and upward. Let's see if we can find somewhere to have a quick coffee. I thought there would have been quite a few places open here, but apparently not. Well, not on a Monday anyway. This is a Monday. There is a small area here. And it's now 3 minutes. But no, again, there's nothing really open. Fish and chips closed. Yeah, incredible, really. To see the amount of people that's here today. it's very surprising that there isn't anything. I mean, all the pubs are open. I might have to pop in a pub. And there's a place here where you can grab a coffee. Might pop in this one. Needs must. I'll catch you in a bit. Yeah, so we just called in this place called Coleman's, actually. And yeah, not a bad little place. It's not cheap, but got myself a little cappuccino and a little biscuit and a piece of nice Bakewell as well. So yeah, it's about the only place that's open. Which, as I said, I'm very surprised at. I know it's a Monday, but there's plenty of people out, especially with Easter coming up as well. So yeah, I'm just very surprised at the fact that there's not more restaurants open, or tea rooms, or whatever you want to call them. But it is as it is. We can't force them to open, can we? So anyway, I'm going to enjoy this. I meant to say actually that I was just ordering my stuff, and this is a couple of times I've had this now. I've noticed since I've started vlogging, and somebody said to me, well, the lady who was serving me at the counter says, "You're not recording me, are you?" I said, "Oh no," I said, "Don't worry about that." But people don't like being recorded, do they, at all? They don't like being recorded. But you know, what can you do? I don't know. You either carry on and ignore it, or you sort of do as a request, don't you? So yeah, we'll see how things go on in future. So if you did want to visit here, I'm just looking at the menu. Coleman's Deli, they call it, in Hathersage. Breakfast served until 11:30. There's various pastries, sourdough toast, toasted tea cake, house granola, nutty porridge, berry porridge, Coleman's bean on toast. So they're all served up till 11:30. Then there's a salad bar, and then the standard menu. 8:30 till 3 is bacon sandwich. So perfectly smoked bacon with our homemade spicy tomato sauce on a sourdough roll. Add a fried egg for 95p. Chili chicken sandwich, goat's cheese sandwich, curried chili cheese, sourdough toasty, ham hock and Henderson's relish rarebit sourdough toasty. Try saying that when you're drunk. Ultimate chorizo, sourdough toasty with fired peppers. I'll keep away from that one. Coleman's shakshuka, topped with creme fraiche and egg and served with bread and butter. Falafel wrap, halloumi flatbread and sweet corn fritter. And there's obviously a selection of nice cakes inside as well. Most drinks are available. So coffees, teas, cold drinks, hot chocolate. So yeah, quite a selection. Not bad prices, probably standard prices I would say for this type of place. Yeah, so we're just walking past this place actually, Alp Kit. So I'm assuming it's kind of another outdoor shop, is it? Mountaineering stuff and what have you. I'm not going to go in. I'm not in the process of looking at shops when I'm out and about. All right, thanks a lot, pal. Nice gent there. Letting me past. There are some nice people about as well, aren't there? So yeah, just coming up this bit now, little narrow bit. There's a hairdressers just on the right, pharmacy, sorry, on the left, and pharmacy on the right. It's all your typical village stuff. Now where I'm walking up to now is a churchyard, which does have, just checking I'm recording here, yeah. Sometimes forget whether I've turned it on or not. Yeah, it's a churchyard, and somebody pretty famous. He's supposed to be buried there, and that's where I'm just heading up to now. So we will see what that's all about. A bit of a business centre there, nothing of too much interest. We are coming out of Hathersage now. I did manage to get some free parking at the side of the road. There are some car parks as well around here, but me being a cheapskate northerner, I'm going to park for free if I can. Well, I mean, technically I've already paid for parking on the road, haven't I? Because we all pay our road excise duty, don't we? So I think all this, you know, it's like we're taxed in many different ways, aren't we? Multiple times on the same thing, you know. You're taxed before you get in your car, you're taxed whilst you're driving with the fuel, you're taxed when you park. Everything has to be paid for, doesn't it? Everything's so expensive nowadays. So yeah, we just turned left onto this little road. Actually, this road heads back up to the other video I was talking about, which was the Carl Walk one. So you can get up there this way. You get these tight little lanes, you know, what were built back in the day, obviously. And yeah, I think they're fantastic. I always remember myself and Jane, my wife, if you didn't know who she was, remembers this pub very, very well. The Scotsman's Pack. And years and years and years ago, we went in there, and it was one of those pubs where you just get stared at, you know. It's got all the locals in, and you just get stared at by everybody, you know, because you're somebody different who's walked in. It's quite funny. I'm just looking at a bit of a notice board there. I'll just show it you quickly. Just advertising various things, open mic night. I know Steve Delaney, actually. Because I don't know whether you know this or not, I'm a little bit of a musician myself, or allegedly. I do play the drums, and bit of a late starter though to the music scene, as it were. Always loved my music, always liked rock music, but we just never learnt an instrument. And then about 10 years ago I thought, you know, I'm going to play the drums, and I've been in a couple of bands and really enjoyed it. I'm not in a band at the moment because I always tend to hold my camera to the side of me. Yeah, not in a band at the moment, just enjoying some free time really. And since my granddaughter was born, I wanted to spend a bit more time with the family. Again, another steep hill. Steep hills all over the place. I'll just show you where we are. That's what we've come up. So yeah, quite steep. And continuing round here. That says public footpath there. It's like somebody's drive, isn't it? So does this go up to the church then? Because there's the church obviously ahead. It's like you're walking through somebody's back garden. So yeah, it's obviously a way through. Yeah, quite out of breath walking up there. Here we are then, at the church. We might even have a look inside if we can get in. Nice entrance there. Little wooden archway entrance. Nice shot of a community minibus going past. And very nice looking church, isn't it? Am I getting all this in? I am. I've got my camera set on sort of fairly wide, so it tends to get most things in. But yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I've not come necessarily to look at the graveyard. I'm not kind of macabre like that. Although my daughter Laura, she's into family trees and everything, so we have been out looking at many a graveyard. So anyway, we're actually here at what I've actually come to look at, which I knew was here, and I'll just turn the camera around and you can see the sign. So again, just let me check I'm getting it on the camera, just move it in a little bit for you. And yeah, it's supposedly the grave of Little John. He may have stood 7 feet tall. And of course, we all know who Little John is. If you don't know who Little John is, where have you been, for one? But just in case you haven't, he was, well, he told you there, he was one of the band of merry men with Robin Hood. And in actual fact, Robin is supposed to have come from Nottingham and did a lot of his running around Nottingham, but he is actually supposed to have come from Loxley, which is up around the Bradfield area where I did one of my cycling videos. So yeah, so it looks like they were both from around these parts. So despite much research over centuries, there are many different beliefs and versions around the story of Little John and Robin Hood. From time to time, new thoughts are raised and new opinions are sought. Long may the myth, magic and romance of the legends live on. We may never know the full truth. And I mean, really, to know the full truth would kind of spoil it, wouldn't it? I think there's something about these myths and legends that is, it's nice just not to know and just let your imagination run riot a little bit. So so what I am kind of looking for is where is the actual grave? Is this it here? No, that's not Little John. So and that's not it either there. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure where it's supposed to be. I mean, is it this piece of grass here? I don't know, I seem to remember that. I seem to remember when I've been before that you could actually see some sort of grave, but there doesn't appear to be anything here now. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not so sure anybody's dug anything up or anything like that to prove one way or the other. Hiya. I was just actually looking for the grave, but oh, that's, yeah, totally miss it. It's because the sign's here. I'm kind of thinking it's there, and yeah, right, okay, excuse me then. Right, this gent's just informed me that this is the grave. I don't know how I missed it really, but yeah, there we go. So quite a long grave for a supposedly tall chap. So the care of the grave was undertaken by the Ancient Order of Foresters in June 1929, and there's the gravestone there. Friend and Lieutenant of Robin Hood, died in a cottage now destroyed to the east of the churchyard. The grave is marked by this old headstone, and footstone is underneath this old yew tree. I thought when I'd been before, I thought there must have been something more to it. So yeah, so there you go. There's Little John's grave in its entirety. It's because I was looking at the sign and I was kind of assuming that it was sort of just a bit of grass here, but yeah, it's a long time since I've been, guys. Cut me some slack. Please cut me some slack. It's a long time since I've been here. There's actually another marked off one over here. Let's just go and have a look at that one. Just while we're here, and see what this one's all about. He's obviously someone of some status by the looks of it. Can't really see. Memory of Peter Priestley, is it? Of Manchester. So yeah, they obviously had some wealth. But yeah, quaint little churchyard, isn't it? Very quaint. I don't know whether we can get in the church. Have a little walk down there if you like. I think that just ends up going into the fields from what I recall. Let's have a look in here. We have a notice board. Can we go in? Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, very nice little church. Nice to be able to go in. And I'm not particularly religious myself. I don't know what to believe really. I don't think any of us do deep down, do we? If you've got faith, you've got faith, but I think generally speaking nobody really knows until we're pushing up the daisies, so to speak. Nice property there. Just have a little look over the hill while we're here. I'll just show you a little bit of the back end of Hathersage. Well, I say the back end. It's obviously surrounded by countryside, but we'll take a little gander. And I've got the drone with me, but I'm not going to get the drone up. It's not bad here actually, but it's still quite breezy. When you get up high, you can see, if I look at the trees up there, the trees are all blowing around, aren't they? So yeah, I don't want to be losing the drone really. So yeah, I'm going to leave it, and get the drone up another day. I've just walked back to where the entrance is, and yeah, I was still contemplating actually getting the drone up, but you can see the movement of the trees. It's just way too much. It's such a shame, really. I would have got the drone up and had a look at the church from up above, but I dare risk it. It is, if anybody doesn't know, it is the DJI Flip that I've got, which although, you know, it performs pretty well in the wind, I don't want to be taking up too high when it is windy like this, just in case. You know, I'm always conscious of getting a fly away or something like that. It just getting blown somewhere where I can't get to it, so I'm not taking the risk. If it was perhaps a mini or something like that, I may well have done, but we can't get up there, so we'll head back down this steep hill back to the main road. And we've just about covered Hathersage, guys, really. That is about it. We've just about covered it all. So I think we will call it a day at that. Thank you very much for watching once again. Remember, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel for more videos. Click that notification bell and share to your heart's content. And we will catch you on the next one. So take care. Bye for now.